I'd like to call to order this regular council meeting of December 14th, 2015. Mr. Spagman, please call the roll as soon as you get ready.
Colella.
Here.
Dixon.
Here.
Gibbons.
Here.
Cannon.
Present.
Harrison.
Present.
McLean.
Here.
Maury. O'Brien.
Present.
Hay.
7 members are present. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Under Chair announcements, an executive session of the council was held on Wednesday, December 2nd, 2015 to discuss personnel issues. Let's go to the reports of the officials. We have the library's director's report.
Good evening. My name is Christine. I'm the director of Your Public Library, where we provide services to inform, inspire, and enrich the community. A few programs of note for the month of December. On Wednesday, December 16th at 1 o'clock and then again at 7 p.m., What You Should Do If You Have an Emergency, presented by Nora Helfrich, the director of Tri-Community South EMS. You can join the discussion on what happens once you place a call to 911 and what you can do to help. Nora will provide you some tips and let you know what you can do that will make a difference. On Thursday, December 17th at 7 p.m., there's a coloring group for grown-ups at the library in the fireplace room. We'll have beautiful coloring pages, coloring pencils, markers, crayons on hand for you to enjoy a peaceful hour of coloring. Coloring has been shown to promote wellness and creativity. So grab a friend, come on over, have a good time.
I'll let Mr. Murray know.
Yeah, it's becoming really popular.
Great.
And if that's not your thing, Thursday, December 17th, the same evening, it's also at 7 o'clock, is How to Have an Anxiety-Free Holiday Season. This is presented by Paula Kaufman Oberly, where you'll learn how anxiety works in our brain and our body, common symptoms, the impact on our health, and how to develop strategies to manage anxiety. I say just don't hang out with your family. On Friday, December 18th, from 2 to 4 p.m., Get Covered, Stay Covered. This is the YMCA will be on hand to assist with healthcare applications. We ask that you call the library or call 211 to make an appointment. During the month of January, there'll be winter reading programs for both adult and children. You can see the library for more information on that. A new service that I'd like to highlight is called Artist Works for Libraries. This provides patrons with world-class instruction through self-paced video lessons from Grammy Award-winning musicians and other artistic professionals. This offers the user everything they need for musical and artistic instruction, from introductory to advanced performance skills. So now everyone has access to the kind of instruction that you would get from private instruction, but it's free. It's free for you. So this there's instruction for the most popular string and band instruments, guitar, there's jazz, classical, also the banjo, a lot of the wind instruments, some of the string instruments. There also is drawing classes and voice classes, and also DJ scratching, which I think is kind of fun. This is appropriate for youth and adults. This is on-the-go learning, so there's remote access available to you any time of the day or night, anywhere in the world. This is a Recorded Books digital gateway service, so if you already use one-click to download ebooks or e-audios, or if you use Zinio, Law Depot, or Universal Class, it's the same password. It's the same way to log in. And finally, fundraising. The library is currently hosting the Winter Lottery Raffle. Tickets are on sale through December 30th. It's a $5 donation per ticket. You get a 3-digit number on each ticket. It's good for the whole month of January. Drawings are based on the Pennsylvania Daily 3-digit number drawn at 7 p.m. Prizes range from $25 to $500. Night of Comedy 2016 will be hosted on Saturday, January 30th at the Community Center. This is a joint fundraiser for the library and the Recreation Department. Dinner by Pasta 2 will be served at 7, followed at 8 o'clock by a show featuring 4 local comedians. This is a BYOB event, so you must be 21 or older, but the content is PG-13, and tickets are available at the library for $25 each. And I just wanted to give a little wrap up. The library hosted a purse bash at the end of November. We had 123 people attend, and we raised a little over $3,000. The library will be closed on December 24th and 25th for the Christmas holiday, and will open Saturday, December 26th at 9 a.m. And again, the library will be closed on December 31st and January 1st for the New Year holiday, but we will see you on Saturday, January 2nd at 9 a.m. And that is all I have this evening. Thank you.
Have the police chief's report. Chief O'Connor.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, Council. Good evening, everyone. Chief O'Connor from Bethel Park Police Department. I just have a few things. First of all, everyone at Bethel Park Police Department wants to wish everyone a safe holiday season. Second, we are still taking applications for upcoming Citizens Police Academy of 2016. If anyone's interested, please call us and ask for Detective Dixon. And finally, our Crime Watch meeting will be in the first Monday in January, 6:30 at the Community Center, and we will have an expert talking on firearms safety. Very important topic. So if there are no questions, I will turn it over to our friend, the Fire Chief.
Good evening. My name is Dave Gerber. I'm the Fire Chief with the Bethel Park Volunteer Fire Company. For the month of November, the fire department ran 29 calls. 2 structure fires out of town, 1 vehicle fire, 2 brush fires, 4 gas leaks, 1 vehicle accident cleanup, 1 electrical condition, 1 set of power lines done, 1 odor of smoke, 1 water main break, 4 good intent calls, 2 CO calls, and 9 false alarms, totaling 29 calls. The fire department would like to wish everybody a happy holiday season also. It's getting to be that time of year. Just real quick, earlier this month, we had one of our life firefighters, life members pass away, Jim Beeson. Firefighter Beeson spent 45 years with the fire department, serving as a line officer and serving as president of the department for a while. Also, he was a dispatcher at the police desk downstairs. So, in this holiday season, if we could ask everybody to keep his family in their thoughts and prayers. Officer Beeson, or Firefighter Beeson, actually passed away or just retired within the last year or so. So, it's a tough time for his family, but if you could keep his family in your thoughts and prayers, we'd greatly appreciate it. One last thing, also, I'll try and make it quick. Normally I stand up here and give you fire prevention tips and stuff every month. I'd just like to compliment the police department, the fire department, and EMS for an incident we responded to yesterday. Yesterday afternoon, a gentleman was driving down Clifton Road, had a medical emergency, proceeded to drive his car down Clifton Road, cross over Library Road, and crash into a creek. Police, fire, and EMS responded. When we got there, the gentleman was not breathing and was unresponsive. Through quick action, the fire department got on scene first, followed right real close behind by the police department. We got him up out of the car. The car dropped off from the parking lot into the creek. It was about a 6-foot drop. We got him up onto the bank, proceeded to start giving him CPR. Medics arrived. Before he left, he was breathing. Still unconscious, but he was doing all right. The last that I've heard and checked today, I do believe he was still alive and stuff. But I would like to tell Chief O'Connor, Chief Helfrich, it was a great thing after things calmed down from my end of it to stand back and watch. Police, fire, and EMS were all rendering life support to this gentleman, and to get him back breathing and alive by the time he left was absolutely fabulous. And I just think that it's that time of the year where people give thanks for a lot of things they have. People in Bethel Park should be very, very thankful for the emergency services that they do have and the things that we are convenient for. I got in-laws that live about 45 minutes south of here. To get an ambulance is sometimes a little bit of a haul. They don't have a police department. It's 24 hours a day. Sometimes there's somebody on, sometimes they're not. They're waiting. So to be able to have people that arrive on scene within 2 minutes or so of actually being called and get what you have, it's a great thing to be very thankful for. So while everybody's enjoying their Christmas dinner and all, please remember the people that are out giving, keeping everybody safe around here and all the things that they do. So, Chief, you pass along, including dispatch, everything just went smooth in the right way yesterday. So, other than that, that is all I have. So, questions, comments, problems?
Any questions?
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, let's go to the mayor's report. Mayor Allen.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I have a couple items tonight. The first one I want to mention, I did mention last month, is our 2015 annual holiday lighting and decorating contest. The judging will be from December 21st to the 31st. There'll be 9 winners, 1 from each ward. And if you'd like to nominate a house on your own, if you can call the municipal building and talk to Michelle at extension 203, the winners will be announced at the January 11th council meeting. Tonight's a good night. It's all good news tonight. The second thing I'd like to recognize, and I've had this on my desk for a while, was one of our individuals here at Bethel Park. And this letter is from the Government Finance Officers Association. It's a news release dated actually at the end of October from Chicago. The Certificate of Achievement for Excellence in Financial Reporting has been awarded to the municipality of Bethel Park by the Government Finance Officers Association of the United States and Canada for its comprehensive annual financial reporting. The Certificate of Achievement is the highest form of recognition in the area of governmental accounting and financial reporting, and its attainment represents a significant accomplishment by a government and its management. An award, the financial reporting achievement, has been awarded to the individual department or agency designated by the government as primarily responsible for preparing the award-winning CAFR. And this award is being presented to our finance director, Mr. Joe Villela. The award is, this is the second year in a row that he's received this. So thank you for all the work that you do. Continuing with the good news. This is from the Pittsburgh Business Times, and it's titled, "One Local Town Makes the Top 100 in the U.S." One southwestern Pennsylvania municipality has made it to the list of the top 100 best small cities in the United States. Bethel Park is ranked number 96 among 1,268 small cities in the United States. The cities were ranked by housing cost, school systems, and number of restaurants per capita. And what makes it more amazing is the second one in the second one in Pennsylvania is in Monroeville, and they're at number 422. So Bethel Park is way ahead, and it's ranked number 45 for in the nation for affordability, which is housing cost and living of the home ownership rate. So I think it's great. It's great to get awards that we're being recognized number 96 in the whole country. So that's terrific. And the last thing I have is I want to recognize a gentleman tonight. Mr. Posh was born in Pittsburgh, graduated from the University of Pittsburgh in 1952, and then served in the U.S. Army. He moves to Youngstown, then Erie, and then back to Pittsburgh in 1982. Worked at Isley's for 14 years, which that was my actual first job also. Married Loretta in 1952. They have a daughter in Cranberry, son in Minneapolis, and 2 grandchildren. Russ began to work for the Bethel Park School as a school guard in 1990, became a sergeant in 1996. So he has 25 years recognition as a Bethel Park School Guard. So I'd like to invite Mr. Posh out. I have a certificate of recognition presented to Russ Posh for your dedication to the Bethel Park community, awarded this 14th day of December 2015, and signed by myself. So thank you very much.
It's hard to believe. I thought it was about 5 years, and then 25, but I guess you're right. I'd like to give a great big thanks to Chief O'Connor and Lieutenants Babin, and they've been really a great help in helping us get everything established and going, and encouraging us too. And I think that we have the best group of crossing guards, and my fellow Sergeant Kenneth and all the other guards. I would like to give them a great big hello, and I'm telling you, they're, in my belief, they're the best group of crossing guards that ever raised a stop sign.
So at this point, I'd like to bring his friend up, Kenneth, to say a few words.
My name's Ken Kaufman. I work with Russ. When we were made aware that he had 25 years service in, the guards all got together and decided we needed to do something for him. So we did. We got him an engraved watch, which I'd like to present to you now on behalf of the crossing guards, in recognition of your 25 years service and your dedication to keeping the children of the community safe.
Thank you. So we'll be back up here when it's 50 years.
You think you'll be right?
Someone will be here for you. Mr. Anderson will be here for you. Okay, thank you very much. And that's my report.
Let's go to the approval of minutes. Mr. McLean.
First item is the regular meeting of November 9th, 2015. I move that we approve the regular council meeting minutes of November 9, 2015.
Second.
There's a motion and a second to approve the regular council meeting minutes of November 9th, 2015. Mr. Wagner, please call the roll.
Dixon? Yes. Gibbons?
Yes.
Cannon?
Yes.
Harrison? Mr. Harrison?
Yes.
Yes, thank
You
you.
help speak up, sir.
McLean?
Yes.
O'Brien?
Yes.
Colella?
Yes.
Motion passes 7-0. Mr. McLean.
Next item is a special meeting of December 2nd, 2015 on the bond issue. I move that we approve the special meeting minutes of December 2nd, 2015 bond issue.
Second.
There's a motion and a second to approve the special meeting minutes of December 2nd, 2015 for the bond issue. Any discussion of this? Mr. Wagner, please read the roll.
Gibbons?
Yes.
Hannon?
Yes.
Harrison?
Yes.
McLean?
Yes.
O'Brien?
Yes.
Colella?
Yes.
Dixon? Yes.
Motion passes 7-0. Let's go to the bills and payrolls of Mr. McLean.
I move that we approve the bills and payrolls for the municipality per bill list number 121415 in the amount of $1,038,881.48.
Second.
There's a motion and a second to approve the bills and payrolls of municipality per bill list number 121415 in the amount of $1,038,881.48. Any discussion from council? Mr. Wagner, please read the roll.
Hannon?
Yes.
Harrison?
Yes.
McLean?
Yes.
O'Brien?
Yes.
Colella?
Yes.
Dixon? Yes. Gibbons?
Yes.
7-0.
Motion passes 7-0. The next item is the resident comment section for non-agenda items. There'll be a 3-minute time limit. After 2 minutes, you'll be given the notice that your time is nearing the end. Anybody? Policy and Finance and Mr. McLean.
Is anyone signed up to speak on general policy and finance?
No one has signed up to speak.
Agenda items under general policy and finance. We need to confirm the regular council meeting dates for for 2016. I move that we approve the following year 2016 regular council meeting dates with the starting time of 7:30 p.m., January 11, February 8, March 14, April 11, May 9, June 13, July 11, August 8, September 12, October 10, November 14th, December 12th.
There's a motion and a second to approve the following 2016 regular council meeting dates with a starting time of 7:30 p.m., January 11th, February 8th, March 14th, April 11th, May 9th, June 13th, July 11th, August 8th, September 12th, October 10th, November 14th, December 12th, which everybody's is the second one.
Harrison? Yes. McLean?
Yes.
O'Brien?
Yes.
Colella?
Yes.
Dixon? Yes. Givens?
Yes.
Hannon?
Yes.
7-0.
Motion passes 7-0. Mr. McLean.
There are no other agenda items on the agenda for this evening.
Thank you, Mr. McLean. Any additional items? Hearing none, Mr. Dixon, planning and zoning, Mr. Dixon, there was nobody.
Thank you, sir. We have one item this evening, application number 2015-0441, Bethel Park Senior Residential Development, Major Land Development, Conditional Use, McMurray Road. I move that we approve application number 2015-0441, Bethel Park Senior Residential Development, Major Land Development, Conditional Use, McMurray Road, in accordance with the municipal planner's correspondence dated December 9, 2015.
Second.
There's a motion and a second to approve application number 2015-0441, Bethel Park Senior Residential Development, Major Land Development, Conditional Use, McMurray Road, in accordance with the municipal planner's correspondence.
Lane?
Yes.
O'Brien?
Yes.
Colella?
Yes.
Dixon?
Yes.
Givens?
Yes.
Hannon?
Yes.
Harrison?
Yes.
Motion passes 7-0. Mr. Dixon,
That's all we have under planning and zoning tonight.
any additional items? Hearing none, let's go to health, safety, and welfare. Mr. O'Brien,
Mr. Chairman, there are no items under health, safety, and welfare.
any additional items? Hearing none, let's go to public works and maintenance.
One item, the Sawmill Run Watershed TMDL Plan. I move that we authorize the appropriate municipal official to submit the proposed total maximum daily load, the TMDL plan, for the Sawmill Run Watershed to the Department of Environmental Protection in accordance with the municipal engineer's correspondence dated December 9th, 2015.
Second?
We have a motion and a second to approve, to authorize the appropriate municipal officials to submit the proposed TMDL plan for the Sawmill Run watershed to the Department of Environmental Protection in accordance with the municipal engineer's correspondence dated December 9th, 2015. At this point, we'll have our engineer enter something into the record as required by the
nutrient levels. Bethel Park is required to submit a total maximum daily load, TMDL, strategy at a regularly scheduled municipal meeting. The TMDL plan was advertised in the Pittsburgh Tribune Review on November 5th, 2015. To accept public comment for a period of 30 review and comment from the general public. Council is to formally accept public comment for the TMDL plan tonight. Any comments will be put into public record.
O'Brien.
Yes.
Colella.
Yes.
Dixon.
Yes.
Givens.
Yes.
Hannon.
Yes.
Harrison.
Yes.
McLean.
Yes.
Motion passes 7-0. Mrs. Gibbons.
Resolution, the interim consent order agreement for the Alcoasand service area. I move that we adopt a resolution authorizing the appropriate municipal officials to execute the interim consent order agreement for the Alcoasand service area.
Second.
There's a motion and a second to adopt the resolution authorizing the appropriate municipal officials to execute the interim consent order agreement for the Alcoasand service area. Any discussion from council? Mr. Spagnon, please call the roll.
Colella.
Yes.
Dixon.
Yes.
Givens.
Yes.
Hannon.
Yes.
Harrison.
Yes.
McLean.
Yes.
O'Brien.
Yes.
7-0.
Motion passes 7-0. Mrs. Gibbons. Okay. Anybody have additional items?
Mr. Hannon.
Mr. O'Brien.
I'd just like to say that Bethel Park did receive a Christmas present this year. It was Brightwood Road, and we are very grateful. I'd just like to thank Councilman Pate for doing what he does best. He burns the wires up. Our staff, County Executive Rich Fitzgerald, County Council, and our Representative Sue Means. We are very grateful for the reconstruction of Brightwood Road. And also, last month I shared you a story about Bethel Park's own Sergeant Joseph Shemolinsky. And after that date, there was an outpouring of interest to possibly work on gathering information to properly remember his story. You can contact myself, Mr. Spagnol, Chief O'Connor, Tim Murray, retired Sergeant Hornack, or anybody on this council if you have more information or know of his relatives, so we can gather information and maybe properly recognize him in another date. You know, Mr. McLean showed with his interest in Charles Michael Swain how regular people can make a big difference in gathering information. Currently, we are working with Congressman Tim Murphy and Devlin Robinson from the government end to provide us with the proper and the accurate military records. Last month, I gave you his military story and his childhood story, but as Paul Harvey would say, I didn't give you the rest of the story of what happened on March 5th, so I'd like to conclude with that tonight. Patrolman Joseph Shemolinsky, this is when he lost his life for Bethel Park as an officer. Joseph Shemolinsky ended watch Tuesday, March 9th, 1948. The incident took place on March 5th, 1948. Patrolman Joseph Shemolinsky was severely shot by a burglar suspect after he had been arrested. Patrolman Shemolinsky and another officer caught two men in a house they had broken into while the owners were on vacation. The officers handcuffed the suspects together and were escorting them to the patrol car. One of them produced a pistol and shot both officers. The other officer crawled into the car and called for help as the suspects fled on foot. Hours later, the suspects were spotted in South Park by 3 detectives. One of the suspects opened fire with a submachine gun when ordered to halt, wounding all 3 detectives and critically wounding a citizen who was standing nearby. 9 hours later, the suspects were captured as they got out of a taxi in New Eagle. The cab driver had signaled police that something was wrong in the cab. Both suspects were found to be responsible for numerous burglaries. The suspect who shot Patrolman Shemolinsky was convicted of his murder and sentenced to death on September 29, 1948. He was executed in the electric chair on January 9, 1950. The other suspect received a lengthy prison term for several counts of burglary. Patrolman Shemolinsky was a World War II and a recipient of the Distinguished Service Cross. Now, we also have reports and other things that he's also wounded in the battle. We're going to make sure all these
reports and all this information is correct, and we will properly honor this son of Bethel Park who gave so much. And just to let you know, his whole story, when he passed away, he was only 25 years old. That's a lot of life in a very little time. So thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. O'Brien. Any other comments from council? On behalf of Bethel Park Council, everybody have a happy holiday season, and we'll see you next year. Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.